Again, for some reason, people were telling me that my live stream had bad feedback. So I'm hoping we can. This is like my third time trying to make this happen. If this doesn't happen, I don't know. I'm just gonna move on. I'm just getting tired now. I don't know what the problem is. I'm really annoyed now. I don't know what the problem is. Okay, so hopefully this I don't know. I'm just tired now. So if this screws up, I'm just gonna say fuck it, delete it, and move on. See ya. Moving on. I'm gonna give this another 45 minutes. So if it keeps screwing up, then I'm just done. Shitty. Anyway, I was ranting about that thing, dental care. I guess I can play another song. I'll play the song I had earlier. Give me a break anyway. I was just going off just now, and then this thing started acting up. I was just going off. You know what I mean? Alright.
Would you let me less? If you know the places that I've been, if you know the damage that I did, would you let me less? No, 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 no. I got so much work to complete, cause it's full of skeletons that you don't wanna see. We changed me, I'm ugly, I won't blame you if you do. No lies, don't wanna keep no secrets, even if what I'ma say will leave you speechless. No secrets. If I introduce you to my demons, tell me, baby, would you love me less? If you know the places that I've been, if you know the damage that I did, would you love me less? No, 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 no. Would you love me less? If I had a dollar for my sins, if you know the things that I've been in, would you love me less? No, 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 no. I'm happy you never saw me in college. Blood on my hands, I refuse to acknowledge. That's why I get lightheaded and I say I'm trending. Soft conversations and I bet my skin's sweating. She doesn't like my list of exes I've had at home. She's bugging, sounding childish like a xylophone. He's bugging, hearing that falsetto that's in a tone. If I introduce you to my demons, tell me, baby, would you love me less? If you know the places that I've been, if you know the damage that I did, would you love me less? No, 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 no. Would you love me less? If I had a dollar for my sins, if you know the things that I've been in, would you love me less? No, 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 no. Or would you love me more? If you knew the person that I was, yeah. If you knew the power of love. change me. And if I introduce you to my demons, tell me, baby, you won't love me less. If you know the places that I've been down, if you know the feelings that you will have me, don't you love me less? No, 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 no. Would you love me less? If I had a thousand times more, if you know the feelings that I've been down, don't you love me less? No, 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 no.
So I had already started an hour of live streaming, so I don't know if I want to put a. I'm so annoyed. I can't believe that this thing was just acting up. My mic was giving so much feedback. Like, what the heck? For what? Weird. Weird. That was weird. I've never had that before, so yeah. And then before that, it was freezing up. I had started again. What's up, Sour Blaze? Okay, please let me know, cause man, it's like nothing wants to go right for me on these live streams today. Maybe it's the devil, or maybe it's Shano, or whoever. Hey, somebody flagged that Cujo when I outed that guy who was laughing at child abuse. I guess he went and flagged it, or his mom went and flagged it. He went and told Mama on me, and Mama came and flagged it. So yeah, somebody didn't like it. Somebody did not appreciate it. But what's going on, Sour Blaze Hayes? What are you up to? How you doing? What are you smoking on tonight? I'm working with some I'm working with some I'm working with what's this called? Cookies from Humboldt Farms, classic flower hybrid, 18.9% THC, and it's got some CBD up in it too, which I need. I need some CBD. And then I've also got some grape ape, holla. Oh, I got. Oh, and I've got some moon rocks. Oh, you got some purple kush, holla. I love me some purple kush. You're doing some research for a trip? Oh, what kind of trip? Is it an acid trip, a mushroom trip, a DMT trip, or is it a physical trip? Oh, man. I'm going to be tripping pretty soon, tripping over to San Fran. San Fran. It's been a minute since I've been down that way. I've got some business to take care of down there. I've got some business to take care of down there. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I've got some business to take care of. Hey, something found. Hello? Is it me you're looking for? Woo, 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 woo. Oh, man, I'm so out of tune on that song. It's been a long time. Sorry, Lionel. Sorry, Lionel Richie. Anyway, what's going on? What's going on? The energy has just peaked since you and Sour Blaze up in here. It feels like there's like 100 people in here right now. We've been having some good energy, haven't we? Both of you have really helped me with this whole thing that I've been on, this whole healthy thing and trying to make it a big deal in my mind. You know what I mean? You guys, you ladies. I'm sorry, I don't mean to call you guys, but you know what I mean. You ladies really helped me. I mean, just the tips, it's just throwing some tips my way. And maybe I'm just really receptive and in a willing state to take it and make it work. Whatever's thrown my way, I'm going to make it work. A combination of that, which is always good, because I mean, I can't stand people who are like, oh, can you, do you have any advice? Or, hey, what do you think about this? And then when you give them that, then they ignore it and just totally do the most stupidest thing ever. And it's like, why did you come for me for advice if you weren't going to take it and do something with it, right? Yeah, something found says that's just my MPD. Assholes. I like that. Assholes. Something found says, Bob, we call them assholes. I like that. Yeah, I don't like assholes, man. They suck your energy out. I ain't got time for people like that. Get out of my face. Get out of my face if you are an asshole. You want to come ask me how to fix your life or whatever. First of all, I'm not a personal Jesus. I'm not your guru. I'm not your savior. I'm just a person. I'm just a human being like you that's trying to figure this life out, whatever life is. You know what I mean? And then if I give you some kind of, something, because you won't quit bugging me, then you're just like gonna totally toss it and do like the most stupidest crap ever, and then come back crying to me for sympathy. No, it's just like these people that were so warned about certain things in a certain group. I mean, you know what we're talking about, right? And then they were crying and all of that, and up in a tizzy. Girl, please. I done warned you 2 years ago. What are you talking about, girl? I know you're not acting brand new. This is not brand new to you. Yeah, but then you heard those crickets again. Anyway, assholes. Yup. Yes. So yeah, hey, this CBD thing you told me about, something found, is something else. Man, it's got some promising stuff for cancer. I mean, I kind of already knew all that, but I didn't know it was all that deep. I was just like, what? Let me get into some CBD because, I mean, I do the cannabis all the time, but the strains that I use are very low in CBD compared to something like Charlotte's Web, which has like what 0.3% THC and then like 30% CBD. And I'm thinking about getting some CBD and mixing that up and seeing what I need for that. Because CBD is really good. CBD is, really good anxiety and pain and stress and all that jazz. And it doesn't get you high, so you can take it at work, and feel all calm and relaxed. Get pure. Sire Blaze Hayes says, get pure isolate and you are in control. Yeah, that's what I've been learning now. 99.9% CBD isolate. Yeah, and Sour Blaze Hayes says, hell yes, I went off prescription meds onto CBD. Really? Ooh. So okay, so what kind of how much would it cost and how many dosage for like a month would you recommend for me? Now, I'm not a lightweight when it comes to psychedelic drugs, so it's what I mean. But this is CBD, and it's a concentrated form of CBD that I've never taken. So, I'm not gonna say that I won't feel anything because it's something I've never taken that high of a dose before. So, what would you recommend? And I want to take it for pain management. I want to take it for stress. What else? I don't have fibromyalgia or seizures, so thankfully, and I don't have cancer. So yeah, just for like pain management and stress management, that kind of deal. Something foul says my advice to start slow with anything you try. Yeah. I also read that it takes some time, like you have to take it consistently over time to get the full benefits. You have to let it kind of build up in your system, I guess, right? I guess that makes sense too. But it sure is expensive. That stuff is not cheap. They need to have some CBD food stamps, CBD stamps. That's what the government needs to be doing right about now. They need to get some WIC, WIC, Women, Infant, and Children. Women, WIC CBD. They need to get WIC CBD stamps. Okay, and they need to get for veterans CBD food stamps. Um, they need to get CBD care. You know how they have Medicare? They need to get CBD care. Medical insurance for to cover all your CBD. CBD care shit. Shoot. Something found says the dosing EBT for CBD. Hell yeah! Something found said EBT for CBD. Hell yes! You need to vote for me. You know what? If Shannon can run for mayor, I can run for fucking president. Okay, and I will make CBD for CBD, EBT for all of that. Okay, TCB, TLC, all that shit. Okay, THC, all of it. I'm gonna do it. Okay, vote for me for 2020 for president. Something found says EBT for CBD is gonna be my new license plate. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! I'm so signing up for that. Who? The dosing is right on the labels. You can try half to start with, but if you feel nothing, then you can increase. Yeah. I want to do that before my oral excision next in December because I'm going to the dentist again. It went really well. Hey, I want to tell you by the way, after that crazy ass battle axe walrus ass bitch from Premier Care Dental, all that crap I went through, which I got some updates on that one. Uh, it took me forever to go to another dentist. I was just traumatized. That lady traumatized me, and I might need to sue for some compensation because I was very injured and traumatized and put through hell. And I think I need about $1 million or more. Really, this was a lot of trauma I had. I was not trying to go. I was not trying to go to a dentist for 7 months because of that trauma she put me through. Okay, so I need $1 million. That's what I need. So, but yeah, this went well. They did my fillings, and this was my second visit to get the other side. And today was a bit more painful. I think they felt a little more confident because I didn't show signs of squirming like I did the other time. So, that needle went way deep on in there, and the sharpest pain, it just shot through the side of my cheek. And, I had a reflex like my whole body just jumped out of the air for like half a foot high and then back down. And we were all three surprised at that. But all I could say is, "Oh, sorry, sorry." It was painful. So um, yeah, it went okay. It was the dentist. What can I say? But it wasn't as traumatizing as that goddamn walrus ace bitch. That fucking battle axe looking ass bitch. I got her back good, ho. You thought you did something good with that civil harassment, didn't you? Filed that bogus ass harassment because she didn't like my Yelp review. So she wrote in the declaration why, as that declaration where you have to explain why you're filing for a civil harassment. She wrote on there that she feels threatened by my Yelp review. My negative Yelp review, okay? She didn't like my Yelp review, so she wanted the judge to help her make me take it down. Well, you know what, bitch? What had happened was the judge didn't make me take it down. He didn't give two fucks about them Yelp reviews, ho. And he didn't give two fucks about you because he dismissed your ass out of there. So you had to power walk the fuck out of that courtroom. All right. And then what happened was the federal government made you take your shit down. That's what happened, ho. You had to take your shit down, ho. And then you had to be retrained. And then you got demoted, okay? And you got that shit in your file, in your employee file. And then they made a file on you over there in the Office of Civil Rights and Department of Health and Human Services. And what is that other department named? HIPAA? They got a folder on your fucking ass now with your picture and all this shit you done wrote to me on that Yelp review, ho. And then I kept reopening the case. I continuously complained all year, starting from April 13th, the day after the day after you sent the sheriff to serve me on this bullshit civil harassment. And then they contacted you May 1st, and then they told you to take care of business, and you didn't. So June 22nd, I had them reopen the case again, bitch. And then they came back to you 3 days later, and then you had to hire a lawyer to create a social media policy that you should have had in place beforehand. You stupid ass bitch. Talk about some director of operations. Bitch, you ain't director of shit. You never was shit. You never will be shit, bitch. You ain't shit, bitch. Okay? Fucking director of operations, bitch. You better get on this HIPAA like it's no tomorrow, ho. Because you might be going to jail, ho. Now, guess what? She didn't want to take it down at first. So I had to report that again. The hoe was like, fuck the federal government. So the federal government was like, oh no, honey boo. Oh no, sweet cheeks. We're going to have to teach you a lesson here. So her company, her employer had to hire a lawyer, right? That's what we talked about. Now, I researched a little bit, and I think is that lawyer might have cost $5,000 minimum somewhere in Alabama or in Mississippi or whatever. But out here in LA, bitch, you're gonna pay 10 to 15 grand right off the bat, especially if you're in hot water like you are. Especially if you're a piece of shit. These lawyers don't give a fuck about nobody, but they especially don't give a fuck about pieces of shit that are in hot shit and trouble. They're gonna get you, take you to the fucking cleaner and get as much as they can out of your dumb ass. Well, your employer's dumb ass, but see, you are responsible for this shit taken off the way it is, because my name is on here and your name. It says Beltran, Director of Operations, ho. So your name is attached to this federal issue. This is a federal case, literally. Oh, shit. Sorry, Blaze Hayes says, man, I will not have dental work unless I'm knocked out. Yeah, well, they prescribed me some Valium, so I'm going to take that Valium. I'm going to get me some hydrocodone some kind of way, too. I might just have to go to my doctor and just, I don't know, just get some hydro. I don't know. I just need it because fuck it. I don't trust these dentists with this pain shit. I need to get like 10 hydrocodones and 10 Valiums and then take that and then I can sit there. Shoot. It wasn't that bad. I mean, if I had known this needle was going to be, I don't know. They looked at me like, you're a strong man. Why are you so scared? And I'm like, I only look strong. I cannot handle it. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, this Premier Care Dental, they had to create a social media policy and a position statement, and they didn't have one. Now, HIPAA rules require that you have to let them know the date that you created that policy. So obviously they didn't have one because the fuckers were putting up people's x-rays of their teeth in the Yelp responses. Who the hell does that? Are you that damn stupid, bitch? You're director of operations. You need to take that sign off your name. You are nowhere near no director of operations. You can't even direct a motherfucking janitor outfit. You can't even direct a fucking buffet ho. Okay, you're gonna eat that buffet, but you're not gonna direct no motherfucking buffet ho. You're gonna inhale that buffet. Okay, but you are no director of operations. Shit. So anyway, They had to shell out several $1,000s for a lawyer, and to make sure they have a social media policy. And then they had to take down their shit post to me, their shitty ass response on Yelp, divulging my PHI, because that was the conclusion of that investigation, that they had divulged my PHI, including the impermissible nature of its disclosure of complainant's PHI and safeguarding of patient's PHI. And then they said, it said that September 25th, PCDG provided OCR with written assurance that it will formalize its privacy rule policies. Formalize, you know what that means. Like make it legit, ho. And procedures pursuant to OCR's guidance. Oh, I love that guidance. And retrain its employees accordingly by October 18th, 2019. So Battle Axe had to get retrained. I don't think she's gonna get her Christmas bonus this year. This hoe is not gonna get. Hoe, you're not gonna get your popcorn this year, hoe. You're not gonna get your Christmas bonus. You're not gonna get your raise. You might not. You might be on thin ice, hoe. You might not even keep your job for very long. Them hoes might throw you under the bus anyway, bitch. So yeah, that's what that happened. Something found says not direct a buffet line. Yes, yes, directing a buffet line. That hoe can't even direct a buffet line. She don't know what she's doing. hmm She thought she was doing something to me. Thought she could bully me. I don't know why. But bitch, I clap back so motherfucking hard, the fucking taste out of your mouth, bitch. I clap the taste out of your mouth. Shoot. And this went on all year. I didn't have to do a damn thing. I was going on about my business. I was just emailing to reopen that case every time. I was like, okay, well, let me go on Yelp and see. Nope, they still got it up. They didn't do what you said. That's what I did. They didn't do what you said. Here you go. Here's the screenshot. Here's the link. So she had the audacity to disobey the federal government. That's what that was. So then they were like, okay, we need to get on your butt. Yep. So that was the update on that. Yeah, she kind of pricked me for a couple of weeks, but she ended up having to pay for that her own self. And then on top of that, then now they have the federal government, and she had to be retrained too, which I doubt they retrained anybody. That place is like Dumb and Dumber. I tell you, there's some dumb people out here in California. I mean, I wonder how some of these people get the positions and titles that they have, because my God, how the hell did you ever get that position? Like, you must have, either just slept with somebody, or you must be in somebody's cult, in somebody's church, and you can't get hired anywhere else. So somebody had to pull a favor, and so they put you in this position because they owed somebody a favor. A lot of that going on, man. But anyway, I know that's done. I'm gonna call a lawyer though and see what my options are, if any. I don't know. It's always good to call a lawyer and a couple of lawyers and see what they can tell you. Kind of pick their brain here and there, and see what they got for you. But that Cujo looking guy, that Cujo motherfucker, he I think he flagged that last video. I think he didn't want his business out. I think the whole North congregation didn't want their business out. Yeah. It's kind of interesting. They must be worried, huh? Who would do that? Who would come over here? I mean, there's all of 25 subscribers. I don't even know why anybody, because it's only us. I don't really have anything for other people. So who would, how did they find this channel? it must be getting around. People must be sharing and talking because this wasn't brought to him by me. I didn't bring this to anybody. I don't have to. They always come over here and then they get their feelings hurt. You're like Sherlock Holmes searching and snooping and shit for my videos. And then when you see it, you get your feelings hurt and you want to be upset. And then you want to scream harassment and bullying. But bitch, I didn't bring it to you. I'm not coming to your channel or to your email or whatever and sending you this link and trying to get you to watch it. So how did you get over here to flag my video? You must have been looking for my stuff. And then when you come finding it, then you get upset when you hear something you don't like. This is my channel. I have free speech. If I don't think if I don't like the fact that you're laughing at child abuse, at child molestation, if I don't agree that that's something funny, then I have a right to say that. And if I want to criticize you, I have a right to criticize you. You sit there and criticize people on those forums. You want to come off as if you're so much smarter and so much better than other people because you don't agree with the way they think or their logic. But bitch, you have no formal education to speak of. You got your education from the Watchtower magazine. And then you're preaching at people about who to vote for. Like, bitch, aren't you a Jehovah's Witness? But obviously you must be afraid to have your tea out. Sending pics to random women, and then when they reject your ugly ass, your stank ass, then you want to send them a watchtower? Like, how the fuck does that work? You know, you want to fuck them a little bit before you preach to them and get your field service time in? Is that how it rolls nowadays? Is that what they do nowadays? Is, to fuck their householder a little bit before they Bible study with them? Man, man, these Jehovah's get weirder and weirder every fucking day. What the hell? Man, they get weirder and weirder, First they start running for mayor, It's like, what the hell? And then when they're asked, well, what are your qualifications for running for mayor? And then it's like, because I trust Jehovah with all my heart? Really? Well, hell, then we all need to be running for mayor. Shit, I got a million qualifications just like that, bitch. Shit. You want to say because you're a single mother? How all your children are over 18. How are you a single mother? They're having families of their own now. They're grown ass men and women. How are you a single mother now, ho? And then you want to say you've worked 3 jobs? Bitch, Mary Kay and Avon and babysitting your friends here and there at home is not a job. Okay? Running a couple of MLM pyramid schemes and babysitting, your friend's kid every once in a while is not a job, ho. When you say 3 jobs, we're thinking you're clocking in somewhere, and you got to dress up and you got to sit there in an office or be in a factory or whatever kind of work it is. You have to leave your home, physically clock in and work and then clock out, W-2s and W-4s and all of this here. Not, Mary Kay and Avon. Bitch, that ain't no job. You ain't sold no fucking perfume to nobody but yourself and maybe a couple of your friends and relatives, ho. That is not a job, bitch. This hoe done babysat one time and then ran 2 or 3 MLM pyramid scams, fell for the Kool-Aid and wasted her money, probably didn't recoup half of that shit back, and now she's screaming she had 3 jobs. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. All right, Sour Blaze Hayes says, got to take off. Have a good one. JW Tinder. What is JW Tinder? What is that? JW Tinder, man. JW Tinder. What is JW Tinder? Instagram used like Tinder for JWs. Really? Ew, Tinder. Oh, a dating profile. Ooh, I'd be afraid. Be very afraid. Oh, you know there's a lot of perverts on the JW Tinder. Them JWs, dude, you know they are perverty. Probably pedophiles up in there too. No, no, thank you. Ugh, I would never want to date no Jehovah Witness woman. Ugh. JW Tinder. Yeah, you're gonna get some nasty ass guys on there. The women too. Psycho. Shannon is probably on JW Tinder. She's probably trying to find herself a husband, a man down there. You know. She's look. Her youngest kid is 18, just graduated high school. How are you gonna be a single mother of 3 kids? Her sons both have beards and about to have a baby. You know what I'm saying? How are you? Your son is way too old for you to scream you're a single mother now. You know, I think when kids get 18, you can no longer say you're a single mother. Yes, you are a mother. Yes, you are single, but a single mother, makes people think you're raising small children under age. If you're still dealing with adult children, that's on you. They're adults. They can take care of themselves. They can work jobs now. So, child support isn't coming in. You're no longer a single mother. Okay. That's what I have to say about that. And, MLMs and Mary Kay it's not a job. That's not even real. It's a scam. But yeah, that was the update on Pre-Med Care Dental. And then I think, there's a lot of stuff going on with Montgomery. That place is pretty dark. I've been hearing a lot of stuff about these people, especially the women there. One after another, they're posting on these forums about being followed, and guys like, there's this one guy that like exposes himself around the town. They're trying to find out who it is, and they've got pictures of his car, and descriptions, but they haven't caught him yet. And he just drives up to women when they're like at the grocery store, and they walk past him, and then they see, they happen to look at him, and they see this guy like, exposing himself or jacking himself off. And even a couple of my friends have told me that, like one of them said last year, this guy followed her home from the grocery store, and there's all these kids and women getting abducted and then found in dumpsters and all that, and these people busted in trafficking rings and stuff. It's really hard. It's bad. Like Montgomery and Birmingham and Atlanta, it's like getting really, really dark, and it's just weird. I don't know what's going on over there. I know that place has always had problems, but it seems like it's like the thing is just declining. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with Montgomery, Alabama, but I'm so glad I'm not there anymore. That was the worst place I've ever been, honestly. Hmm. Well, I think I'm gonna have to cut this short a little bit, because I was on this other live stream, and I guess because the mic wasn't working, I was just yapping away. Don't tell me this is stopping too now. Is my computer freezing up? No. All right. Well, let me get off of here for a bit. I have a small window today, so I figured I'd come say hey, whatever. But I shall be back. I probably will be back sometime soon. In the meantime, yeah, um, like I said, I've been working out a little bit, thinking about working out. Get my toes wet on that. Dip my foot in the water. Been doing pretty good. You know what I mean? Life has been pretty good lately. Oh, Sour Blaze Hayes, when you come back to listen to this, I want to tell you about the crystals. They've been working for me. I've been attuning to them. I've been middle pillaring them, and I've been trying different things, and it's working for me. The selenite here is pretty nice. It's I don't know how to explain it. Maybe it's just a good focusing tool, but this fool's gold. This one here I always have on my laptop when I'm doing work, and I also take it with me sometimes to the courthouse and all of that. So they are working for me. Mm, excuse me. Ooh, this is some good weed right here. Mm. Wow! What is some good weed? Some good weed! Praise the Lord, this is good weed. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. I don't know why I keep saying that every time I smoke good weed. Because I'm really not a praise the Lord person. But I just can't help it. This weed is good. Let me see what I can do right here. Let me see. Um, so, oh, by the way, hmm, here is the song Gel and Weave. And this song came from DJ Assault. I love this song right here called Gel and Weave. 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 This was the track right here.
And we jail 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 and we wigs and we clip on wigs 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 jail and we clip on wigs jail and we clip on wigs jail and we clip on wig, clip on wig, clip on wig. Screaming and moaning, screaming and moaning. Screaming and moaning, screaming and moaning, screaming and moaning, screaming and moaning, moaning.
Now, the same author has a song called Ass and Titties. And it's the same exact beat. The lyrics are different.
Ass, titties, ass and titties, ass, titties, titties, ass and titties, ass, titties, ass and titties, 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 ass and titties. Big booty bitches that's wearing guests. Come on, ho, let's go to the easy rest. When I see ass, titties, ass and titties, 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 ass and titties. Big booty bitch.
So yeah, ass and titties, gel and weave. It's the same track, but yeah, you know who that was for. Gel and wigs, gel and wigs. Gel and wigs, gel and wigs. Clip on wigs, clip on wigs. So yeah, I think I was getting that feedback from this speaker I had up here. I think that's what was causing it. On wigs. Yeah. So yeah, what's going on? Good in the neighborhood. I have a few more. I think I have a little bit more time. I want to spend a little bit more time on here, because you just never know when you're gonna get some time, and I want to make the most of it. At least I do. But life's been pretty good lately. I'm thankful for all this stuff. I can say my life's been good for some years now, and it's going to continue to be good, I'm sure. And been working hard. I don't mind working hard for the things I want and need. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid of a little hard work. Don't be afraid of a little sweat, a little pain, a little discomfort. You know what I mean? So yeah. All right. Alrighty. I wanna I was supposed to get something. Hold on just a minute here now. I thought I had it down here. No. Let me see. Hey big boy. What you got over here, huh? You gonna behave? You gonna behave? Huh? You gonna behave? Okay. Hmm. Alrighty, I'll let you chill. Just don't jump me. So yeah, I'm eating a cushy punch right now. It's called cannabis infused gummy formula. Full spectrum cannabis oil. It's yummy. 0.1 milligrams CBD per serving. It's not a lot, huh? I probably need 100 milligrams of CBD, huh? Or maybe a thousand. I think I'm gonna start growing my own CBD plants. You want some CBD oil for cats? Will you like that? Hmm? Yeah. You know anything about CBD oil for pets? Let me know because I'm interested in that topic too. But yeah, CBD oil is a pretty good thing, I guess. My teeth feel weird. I don't like this feeling. It feels weird. But yeah, got my teeth done today. You have no idea how afraid of the dentist I've been. It's been many years since I went, but I'm glad I did it because if you let things get out of hand, it's only going to be more painful and more expensive, and unnecessary. Why put it off when you can just get it done now? Uh, but yeah. So yeah. Other than that, other than getting my teeth and getting into health a little bit, there's been a few other things I've been doing, but I'll keep them on a down low. It's really not stuff I talk about. Simply because some of it is not relevant. But that's working pretty. Also, a lot of that is working out pretty good. It's one thing I've learned is that a lot of times when you think you're not on the right track or when you're not sure, a lot of times it's because you are in the middle of it. You are in the thick of it. And you can't see when you're right in the middle of something sometimes. You're too close to the mirror, so to speak. And then later on, when you can get a bigger picture or when you can have some hindsight, you can say, man, I was doing this all along. I knew what I was doing all along. It's just at the time I kind of forgot, you know? And I guess I'm seeing a lot of that. I'm having a lot of realizations where I'm saying like, oh man, I was doing this intuitively, and this is like the very thing that helped. That I needed to be doing, and I didn't even know it. And like for example, as a teenager, because of the abuse I went through, I had a lot of learned helplessness, and one of the things I was drawn to was weightlifting and exercise, and that is the very thing that scientists have discovered helps you to fight off learned helplessness is physical movement, physical exercise. And they did these studies with these dogs, terrible studies, cruel studies with dogs. I hate every time that I look up something on learned helplessness. They every damn video goes through the details of this dog experiment, and you have to skip forward so you can get to the other info because I just can't take hearing it over and over. It's just too much for me. I hate having heard it the first time. But anyway, from that experiment, they discovered that learned helplessness, the way that you can deal with it when you see it in yourself, is a surefire way is through regular physical exercise, and the amount of time that you spend doing exercise, while important, is not as important as just simply doing physical exercise. So any movement, even 10 jumping jacks, will help, towards undoing the learned helplessness. So that's something to keep in mind. And that anyway, I realized as a teen, I was doing something that was actually good for me, that was actually helping me cope with this dysfunction and this abusive situation at home. So yeah, you look back on things when you get to a certain point, I guess, and you realize, man, I knew what I needed, even though I didn't realize it at the time. I was already doing, or I was already on the path to getting what I need to help me, already, even though at the time I had no clue. So yeah, that's basically what I've been realizing too. And on the other hand, I've been also able to problem solve on some things, challenges that I've been dealing with lifelong for some years. We all have that. We have different things in our life that might have been challenge for a long time in your life, and they might have been a part of your life for so long that now when it's time to say goodbye, you kind of have this confused or mixed feeling about it. You have mixed feelings about it. On the one hand, you're glad that you're over this because this has been a lifelong struggle for you. But on the other hand, this thing has been such a part of you for so long that you've somehow maybe hinged part of your identity on it. And now what? Now who are you going to be? Now what are you going to be? Now how are you going to define yourself? And that's easy to do, right? It's easy to do. Some people may have a phobia of math. They may have never been good at math at school, and they've always had trouble with numbers, and it's just always been something that they've had as part of their life. Hold on a minute, I'll be right back. You chill down, buddy? Love you, baby. Good boy. Good boy. All right. So, like I said, one person may have just been bad with math, right? And so it's a lifelong struggle. And throughout the years, the guy will say, hey, whenever they meet someone new or whatever, and they get to know him, and they like, the guys be like, well, I've just always been bad at math. And that's just kind of how it is. Someone else may have always had a struggle with weight. They may not have ever been in shape. They may not have ever been past a certain pants or dress size. And so they have always been a certain way. They've always had that struggle. Always, quote unquote, because it's really not always. We don't live to be more than 100 years old at the most. That's not always. That's nothing compared to trillions of light years, you know. So it's not always, but for us it's always. From a subjective perspective, it's always. Somebody else might have just had trouble with drinking. They just can't keep away from that bottle long enough. You know what I mean? It just happens. It's just, some people gamble. They got good jobs, good education, but they can't hold on to that paycheck to save their life, literally. They gamble it away to the point where they lose their family, they lose their home, they got to have their grown children have power of attorney over their bank account and their paycheck, because if they handle their own money, they're going to gamble it away in one night. So whatever the issue is, when you do get to a point where you overcome it, something interesting can happen. You start to realize, oh, wait a minute, I feel a sadness and emptiness here, like something's gone that was here a long time, because you might have start to identify with your weakness or whatever issue, your vulnerability. You might have started to identify with it and make it as part of who you thought you were. And now that you've overcame that, or you're overcoming it, there's a panic maybe. Sometimes it just can really be a strange experience. But in the end, you have to kind of reinvent yourself. And that comes with anything, I think, especially with changing your body. Losing weight or gaining weight, your identity will change to a point. And it's not like you're going to become a whole different person. But the social cues that you get, the treatment that you get when you are more size and height proportionate versus when you aren't, is real. It is real. And it is very noticeable when you do transition, when your body does change, when it does become more fit. You do notice changes in how you are treated. And therefore, it's very easy to now draw from that and reflect on that. You know, we all do this. We all take a portion of our external environment to categorize and identify the boundaries of where you stop and where I begin, right? We all do this to a point. And to a point, I think it's healthy, but you know, it can go into the unhealthy direction. But I think it can slip up on anybody, you know, and it's so easy to tag your identity on something. Some people tag their identity on their shoes, and you know, their shoes may have cost $300. So you know, that's part of who they are, and they take pictures of their shoes, and they have lots of tennis shoes and lots of jerseys and baseball caps because that's their identity. That's that. Some people can put um, the identity on their car. Some people have put their identity on the kind of cell phone they have, jewelry. Some people put their identity on their online friends, their online social media groups. I'm an XJW, and that's a real identity. You know, so yeah. But let it go of that. It's a process. It might be a little uncomfortable, you know, but you know what they say, pain is temporary, but if you quit, however, that's forever. You know, and pain may last an hour or a day or a week or a year, but if you quit, that lasts forever. And I think it's a really great blessing to be able to change yourself because not everybody can. You know, people do want that. Some people don't. They're afraid of change, and you know they're going to avoid any kind of discomfort. And but when you're able to change yourself, I think that's a very empowering thing, and it's something to be thankful for. And only you know how to change yourself the best and to what direction. It's not for anyone to say, you know. And you have these wisecracks that will go around saying, "Oh, you know, you're trying to learn how to play piano. Well, you can't even play this and this, you know, and you've just begun, but you already have somebody trying to pull you down, you know, to keep you from going further because it makes them uncomfortable because they know they should be doing something, right?" So you're gonna get that too, and that's part of it. It's part of the process, you know. But you know, that's how people are. People are people. All right, so I think I'm about done for today. I just wanted to drop in. Man, it's been last week was pretty busy too, and this week I'm gonna get a few days of rest though. Anyway, I'm signing off here. I'm gonna have to go. All right. Thanks for tuning in, and I shall see you when I see you.